Hi guys, how you doing today? This is D Durrell, D Durrell Life Solutions again. Once again, talking about healthcare, talking about mental health, talking about private practices, talking about businesses. Basically, I've been doing an array of different content that's in many ways bridges the issues of operating a business and the type of business that you're operating. Pretty much for me, is more or less of functioning as a therapist in the mental health field or the medical field, and then also talking about the business side of things. So I'm looking at the therapeutic side and also the business side. And then for anyone that's listening that's in a similar field or related to what I'm doing, you're looking at the business side and then the more of the services side. And so for today, what I like to talk about is marketing your business. I'm going to talk about how I market my business, because the way I market my business may be different than the way you market your business, and you may be successful in the way you're doing things, and then I'm successful in the way that I'm doing things. But hopefully for those who are in some way not, I would say, successful in the way they market their business, they can maybe learn some things that can help improve their bottom line. And so that's the purpose of the video today. So let me kind of talk about this, guys. I'm going to say this. When I first began providing services as a business owner and providing a day program, an intensive outpatient program, I basically didn't know what the hell I was doing with marketing. I'm just going to be honest with you. We really didn't have a lot of marketing going on. Basically, word of mouth and my connections were my form of marketing. I'm just going to be honest with you. I marketed myself on reputation. My reputation was so strong in the Galveston County area that I didn't necessarily need any real marketing. Although my mistake was that I relied too much on my reputation, and I would have grown bigger and quicker or faster if I would have had that marketing to still get my name out to those that don't know me. So I relied on reputation for about at least the first 2 years, two to 3 years. And then I began marketing myself slowly but surely. And also, as you get involved with insurance companies, with Medicaid and so forth, they also put your name, the minute your name is put into a database or in a list of providers where people can look you up, that's marketing. That's kind of like marketing in itself. But I'm talking about direct marketing where you're getting your name out. And to me, the number one way, in my opinion, to market yourself is to use Google. Use Google. Google has different services. Facebook has different services. Use a professional service. Like for myself, I use, as you all know, I infamously use OpenPath, in which one particular guy in Kansas City tried to destroy. But use websites that market the type of business you're in. Get a website. Put yourself in databases, particularly in the healthcare field. Let's say I market in the hospitals. Well, I want to be in that hospital's database. I'm marketing to other social service agencies. I want to be on their referral listing. It's important in the healthcare field, mental health field, and other related fields that you market yourself and be in somewhat interactive with agencies, organizations, facilities, hospitals, or other nonprofit agencies in which they in some way are providing services to the same type of clientele. And just like if you're in tech, and I don't know a whole lot about tech, but I'm pretty sure in tech, there are other services that relate to tech that you may have to be involved with other people that are tech or that are in that particular field. They're interrelated. The same thing for mental health, same thing for education. I work a lot in the healthcare field. I work a lot in the educational field, mental health. Those are all somewhat related because I go into schools a lot. I've contracted with schools. I have a contract with an alternative school and so on. And this is what I do. This is how I get clients. This is how I build my bottom line. And so unfortunately, because of COVID, I'm unable to go into the schools we're not allowed to do so. Hopefully in the fall, they will reinstitute the contract so that I will be able to go into the school. Matter of fact, I actually need to contact the principal of one particular school to see if my contract will be good starting the fall and if they will allow professionals to come back into the school and provide mental health services. So it's good to use social media. It's good to network with those agencies or with businesses that you're affiliated with. Take their card, they take your card, they put you in their listing. I put myself in their listing. I refer just like people refer to me. I have several therapists that I interact with in which we refer each other clients. If they have an insurance that I don't have, I refer them to them. I also have a network of several law firms that I provide services for. I refer them clients. They refer me clients to provide services. I actually have 3 law firms that I work with, 2 in the Houston area and 1 in the Dallas area, in which they refer me clients as needed. Another thing that I think would be important for you to do is to also have your cards, have business cards, have pamphlets. In my particular field, in the healthcare, mental health field, that is very important. Pass out those cards to any and everybody that's professional. I don't care if you're going to a business event or whatever you're interacting with where people are doing business. Please, even if it's not even related, give your card out. You don't know who will need your service. Put your card in different establishments that allow you to place your card there in their particular area. You know how some restaurants have a place where they have all kind of cards and pamphlets or something on the wall. You can place your card on there. Do that. You never know who's going to see your card. You never know whose eyes will fall upon your information and will need your help. Okay? So I also say, particularly, I'm registered with various mental health organizations. My name is in those databases. Insurance companies, I put my name down for certain things. In a way, insurance companies, due to having a directory, they provide some level of it, but you're basically in a database full of other people, but you never know. But again, register with Google, register with Yelp. Those are important. People are looking, people are finding. There are those different services being in the Google top 10 or top 20 SEOs that you can buy and so forth. So where people in your area are looking for counseling, you come up on the first page. To me, that is very, very beneficial to you. I'm going to be honest with you. When I began doing employment assistant services, I did a little bit in 2010, but I didn't understand it as far as the payment away. It was a little different. The way these services actually work in conjunction with other insurances, and it's kind of like you're providing. The client is getting the services free, and then after they have used up those particular services, then they have to use their insurance. I didn't really care for it back because I was so focused on direct services. But in 2015, when I moved to Dallas, when I moved the business location to Dallas, as I understood how it worked, I registered with more and more of those types of EAPs, and they were very, very influential in providing a lot of revenue for that location. And then I began to use it for Houston also, and it provided the same level of great revenue at that time. But also, when I opened that particular service, this was something that I did not want to do, but because I know it's expensive. Hire a marketer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand it can be expensive, but provide incentives to make it worth your while. Make it worth the marketer's while. That in which those incentives involve a status quo of what you need for them to continue working there. I need 10 to 15 new referrals a month. If you can't provide that for me, there's no use to me paying you the money that I'm paying you. I've had several marketers. My first marketer was very good at the beginning, but unfortunately I gave him other responsibilities that I think he was not qualified to do, or he just failed to have the acumen to execute those particular responsibilities, and I was forced to fire him. The next marketer that I had, she was good, but she was more into doing things to market your business indirectly, as opposed to going out into the public and connecting with other people. She was okay, but with the things that she did were valuable. I think it was valuable from an administrative standpoint, but it was not valuable as it relates to getting my name out there further with other agencies. I think that it kind of failed with that. And so I used her short term. And all she basically provided was a short term way of exposing the business to other agencies and so on. And it did work with some hospitals. It did benefit us, but not at the level that I felt it could have. Then I hired a third marketer years later, in which she marketed throughout the Dallas, she marketed in Dallas, she marketed in Houston, she marketed in Galveston and surrounding areas. She was very beneficial for certain times. She wasn't the easiest to get along with, but she did do her job. Then she had some rough spots here and there where it just wasn't benefiting me. And I understand with marketing, you can't always just go by the fact that you're just looking for the consistency. But when you go 2 to 3 months without getting a single referral, then you just become a liability. You just become another paycheck that I'm just paying, minimally for doing not enough. You have to have some level of productivity, and you can't go 2 to 3 months without bringing in referrals. So it didn't justify the salary. Had to let her go. Now I'm at this point now in this case management company that I have, that I'm thinking about providing a marketer to go out and help me get, particularly with children that have Medicaid, that have particular insurances. So I'm hoping that we can benefit from that. And I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see how things go myself and do some things. Even with my group home that I have, I went out and did some of the marketing, which was tiresome. I didn't do a great job. COVID limited it at the point now, and now I need more time to do it. But there will be a chance where I'm going to probably go out and do some things in a manner in which I can improve my bottom line. My group home has never been filled to capacity, and I'm hoping by the end of this year we can reach that goal. So I gave you all several ways in which you can market yourself through social media, through different organizations, businesses, networking with others in which you're kind of doing a reciprocal referrals. They're referring to you, you refer to them based on the client's or the consumer's level of need. You're using, I use insurance companies and things like that that's kind of relegated to the area that I work in, the field that I work in. And then also, guys, the most expensive way is to me hire a marketer. And it all depends on, again, what you're trying to do, how much business you're trying to accumulate, and are you willing to take that investment? So again, this is D. Durrell Life Solutions. If you like the video, please thumbs up, please subscribe and share. Peace.